it looks like he's not going to gain much yardage cover, but then he turns it on, and all of a sudden he's got 10. We'll probably see more of Rudishan later in the game. It's 1st and 10 from the West Virginia 30. Kavanaugh on the option. Kavanaugh inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Chuck Smith, he came in, earned the starting job, and kept the Panthers undefeated. It is 2nd down and 2. Bobby Hutton, the fullback, gets the first down as he crosses the 20. It is 1st and 10 for the Pitt Panthers from the West Virginia 17. Dorsett on the pitch to the right. Gets a block from Hutton. Breaks a tackle down the sideline. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A very typical Tony Dorsett run for a Pitt Panther touchdown. And with 7:33 left to go in the first quarter, the Panthers take the lead 6-0 on a 17-yard burst by the Hawks. About the Pitt Panthers is their downfield blocking. They've been super at it, and Carson Long has been super at that. 37 in a row extra points for Carson Long. The Pitt Panthers lead 7-0. We'll be back at Pitt Stadium in just a moment. We want to welcome the people from the majority of the country who've been watching Notre Dame and Alabama to the Pitt West Virginia game. Here at Pitt Stadium, and the Mountaineers are in trouble on the goal line on the kickoff following a Pitt touchdown. The West Virginia Mountaineers have recovered, but they are backed up. West Virginia 1st down and 10. From their own 1/2-yard line, Kendra passing from the end zone complete to Lewis at the 11-yard line. It looks to be enough yardage for the first down. It got them off the goal line quickly. 1st and 10 from their own 11. Here's a flare pass out to Woods. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Leroy Felder, number 37. And Bob Jury, as a matter of fact, is tied for 3rd in the nation. Kendra rolling out to the right on 3rd down. And out of bounds. Cedric Thomas made the completion, but he was out of bounds.
40, which would make him 2nd for season receptions.
3rd down and 12. Easley on the draw play. Walter Easley out near the 20-yard line. Arnie Weatherington, number 59, and Teddy will kick it away from about his own 10. Rushes on. Taylor lets it bounce. It takes a Pitt bounce inside the 50-yard line. It's an important game for the Cowboys. They have only a 1-game lead over the St. Louis Cardinals. Monday night at 9, NFL, Monday Night Football. Dorsett on 1st and 10. Again, split backs in the backfield. 2nd down and 7. Kavanaugh on the option. Dorsett in trouble, reverses his field. White shirts are looking for Tony. He'll lose a couple of yards. 90, Ken Braswell.
It looks like a dream out there sometimes, doesn't it?
36 yards so far for Dorsett. It is 3rd down and 10 following the loss of 3. Kavanaugh still looking for a receiver. Hangs it up out of bounds. Playing it safe. Larry Swider back deep to punt. High punt hanging up there. Fair catch called for by Pridemore. The Mountaineers go on offense. 1st and 10 from just short of their own 15-yard line. Straight up the middle. The tackle made by 68.
Pretty good balance. They would like to have that kind of balance today.
2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. The pass to Woods. Woods got a first down. He's at the 30-yard line. The tackle made by Jeff Delaney, number 14. It is defensive holding against the Pitt Panthers. 1st and 10, Mountaineers operating from their own 33. Cedric Thomas in motion. Kendra rolling out. Pressure's on. Kendra trying to find some running room. There's some blue shirts around him, and they run him out of bounds. 37, Leroy Felder, at Iowa State. Both Cignetti and Majors are very, very enthusiastic young coaches. This is Dwayne Woods on the sweep to the left. Woods gets very short yardage. It's 3rd down and 5. Kendra on the rollout. Throws for Woods, almost intercepted by J.C. Wilson. Back to punt for West Virginia, and again 29, Willie Taylor, the deep receiver for Pitt. A line drive, low kick, taken by the up-back and fumbled. It's still live, and West Virginia appears to have covered the football at the 21-yard line of Pitt. Of West Virginia, who covered the football. Randy Weffler. The Mountaineers get a break, and that's what they need. 1st and 10. On the reverse, the flanker around. Manuel Rodriguez.
Manuel Rodriguez.
On 2nd down and 5. It looked as if the ball might have popped loose, but West Virginia recovered. 1st and 10 from the Pitt 11. West Virginia getting a break on the fumbled punt. Again, it's Easley up the middle. Crosses the 10 to about the 9-yard line. It's 2nd down and 8. Just inside the 9-yard line of the Mountaineers, or rather of the Panthers. Easley again. Down to the 6-yard line. As the first down marker is just inside the 1. Dan Kendra on 3rd and 6 wants to throw over the middle. Incomplete. Intended in the end zone. Bill McKenzie's field goal attempt is good. And so West Virginia capitalizes on the fumbled punt and gets on the board with a field goal from Bill McKenzie, the fellow who beat Pitt last year.
He was a walk-on.
With just 50 seconds left to go, McKenzie kicks off. It's taken by the upback, Tom Sindewald, number 46, across the 30-yard line. They've had some problems with injuries, and they're a little thin, but they're a scrappy bunch. And they're here to give Pitt everything they can. Kavanaugh on the option, crosses the 35. Kavanaugh across the 40, the 45, and run out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line by Paul Jordan. Kavanaugh gives them a first down at their own 48-yard line. The Panthers leading 7-3 near the end of the first quarter. Dorset, the Hawk, crosses the 50, run out of bounds at about the 47-yard line of West Virginia. He has tremendous peripheral vision and great eyesight. Bobby Hutton near the 45-yard line of West Virginia. That's the end of the first quarter as time runs out, with the Pitt Panthers leading 7-3 over the West Virginia Mountaineers. Will return to Pitt Stadium in just a moment. At the West Virginia 45-yard line, and they have enjoyed excellent field position so far. It is third down and 3 yards to go for Pitt. The fake to Hutton. Kavanaugh, the option, cuts inside, crosses the 40 to the 30. Kavanaugh down near the 25-yard line.
But he's a very smart runner.
First and 10 Panthers. Dorset dives over the middle, gets down near the 20-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. It is second down and 6 now from the 21-yard line. Counter option, Kavanaugh keeping. Kavanaugh's at the 15, down to the 14-yard line. The play made by 47 Paul Jordan. It's another first down for the Panthers. First and 10 from the 14-yard line. Dorset inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line.
Of course, his uncle's the old Michigan State quarterback.
Second down and 5. Bobby Hutton straight up the middle near the 5-yard line.
Kind of get a sense that maybe they're going to get the ball to their tailback.
And they do. The power play with Dorset straight up the middle, close to the goal line. Stops at about the 2-yard line. He can still fly. He says the heavier and stronger he gets, the faster he gets. It's first and goal from the 2-yard line of West Virginia for the Pitt Panthers. They lead 7-3 here in the second quarter. Dorset close to the goal line. Touchdown, Pitt. Dorset with that extra second effort. And you see the Pitt student section there. They love it. And the Panthers go out in front 13-3. Another touchdown for Tony Dorset. Carson Long out of Larry Swider's hold. His 38th consecutive extra point. And the Pitt Panthers go out in front with 12:32 left to play in the first half. 14-3. Carson set to kick off. Back deep to receive again, Lee Dowell, number 40, Dwayne Woods, 44, along with number 32, Dave Riley for West Virginia. Dowell out to the 20-yard line, and they have really done a job. First and 10, West Virginia from their own 20. The pitch easily around the right side, up near the 25-yard line.
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe he's saving himself for the bomb later.
I think Ed Wilimowski had him outweighed a little bit. Second down and 5. Kendra dropped for a loss. The ball is loose inside the 20-yard line. I believe West Virginia has recovered. Virginia maintains possession, however. And we may have a penalty at Kendra, trying to get some offense consistency going here. Cedric Thomas in motion on the sprint out. Can't find anybody open at the 35 and runs out of bounds wisely at about the 38-yard line. He did a good job. He picked up about 6 yards. It is second down and 4 from the 38. The pitch to Woods. Woods crosses the 40-yard line. Good power running as he broke a tackle. Although he's pretty small, is an extremely muscular and strong fellow. First and 10, West Virginia from their own 44. Kendra on a quarterback draw. He's trapped behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss. It's a loss of 5 on the play. It's second down and 15 from the West Virginia 39-yard line. Rodriguez in motion. The draw play. Easily a Pitt. Loss of perhaps a half a yard on the play. It's still third down and 15, and Kendra wants to put it up. Pressure from Romano, and he's caught from behind. Back around the 30-yard line. Al Romano with his second sack of the game. High kick, hanging up nicely. Willie Taylor at the 31 with a fair catch. Following this game here on ABC. First down and 10, Panthers operating from their own 30. Dorset to the outside. Tries to cut inside, gets back across the 35, 40.
Well, gliding along at nearly top speed.
Second down and 3. Kavanaugh on the option. Good defense by West Virginia. They took away the pitch man, Hutton, and they made the tackle. It is still 3rd down and 3, however. Pitt operating from their own 37-yard line. Out of the I formation. Kavanaugh fakes to Dorsett. Kavanaugh wants to throw. Now he's going to run. Kavanaugh's got an open field. He's at the 45, the 50, into West Virginia territory at the 35-yard line. Down around the 33-yard line. Matt Kavanaugh scrambling for big yardage. On 1st and 10 for the Panthers from the Mountaineer 33-yard line. Kavanaugh out of the I formation to pitch back to Dorsett. Dorsett trying to get around the outside, and there's a lot of white-shirted Mountaineers there. Loss of 1, 2nd down and 11 now from the 34-yard line of West Virginia. Option pass. Kavanaugh looking over the middle. Overthrown. Intended in the end zone for Gordon Jones. This time it didn't work, however. It is 3rd and 11 from the 34-yard line of West Virginia. Kavanaugh on the straight drop back pressure, and he's dropped. Fumbles the football. West Virginia may have recovered. We'll see. Shuffy Smith right out of the mountains of West Virginia. Tom Pridemore back deep to receive. Lets it go. Bounces into the end zone as it landed on the 5 or 6. Here we have 6:08 to go in the first half. West Virginia 1st and 10 from their own 20. Easily the ball carrier fighting for yardage. 2nd down and 8 from the 22-yard line. Rodriguez in motion to the top of your screen. Kendra wants to throw. Intended for Lewis. It's overthrown. Lewis took a shot from Bob. West Virginia out on offense with 3rd down and 8 operating from their own 22-yard line. Kendra fakes, dropping straight back. Has plenty of time. The pass intended over here on the near side from about his own 10-yard line. Willie Taylor back deep for Pitt. And the pressure is on. Betty with a nice move. Finally gets it away. And they're going to let it bounce down around the 40-yard line, the 35-yard line of Pitt. And it's going to be down inside the 35. It is 1st and 10 for the Pitt Panthers. They are on offense operating from their own 34-yard line. Kavanaugh to throw. Kavanaugh to Corbett, the tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 43-yard line by number 1. Corbett from Erie, Pennsylvania. 2nd down and 1 for the Panthers from their own 43. Dorsett. 1st down out near the 50-yard line. Stopped at about the 49-yard line.
The sprint draw, the isolation play, and the power sweep are the 3 favorites.
1st and 10 Panthers from their own 49, and Kavanaugh goes nowhere. Good defensive reaction. Gordon Jones split to the right, Willie Taylor to the left. Kavanaugh drops straight back. Kavanaugh drops the football. It's loose. West Virginia has recovered. The Mountaineers get another break. 78, Chuck Smith in there to recover that football. 1st and 10 from the Pittsburgh 43. Dan Kendra fakes the draw to Lumley, looking to pass. Pressure's on. He gets away from Romano. Incomplete, intended for Lundy, intercepted by J.C. Wilson, number 21. The ball hit Lumley in the hands, and J.C. Wilson came up to pick it off at the 1st and 10 Panthers from their own 31. Jones and Taylor are both split to the right side. Screen to the flanker to Jones. Jones trying to find some running room. Just 4 or 5 yards. He can't get away from Tom Pridemore, however.
He's a game-breaking type. Tremendous in the open field.
I formation, pitch back to Dorsett, running to the left. Dorsett tripped up as he crosses the 40-yard line. A fine defensive effort by 65. Again, Jones and Taylor are both split to the right side. Pitch back to Dorsett out of the I formation, running to the right. Same play to this side. Dorsett at the 45-yard line. Finally dragged out of bounds in West Virginia territory. Panthers, as we said, have some of the greatest downfield blocking. They want to get that yardage for the Hawks. Now, I think the Panthers may have taken too much time into 3 Pitt over West Virginia. The ball back at the 48-yard line of West Virginia. Option left, Kavanaugh keeping. Now pitches to Dorsett, cutting inside at the 40-yard line. Dorsett picking up 8 or 9 yards out of it as West Virginia played it very well. 2nd down and 8. Kavanaugh rolling out. Pass to Hutton. Hutton with a great defensive play, hit by Harold Woods. Taylor and Jones split to the left. Jones in the slot, Taylor the wide receiver. I formation in the backfield. Pitch to Dorsett, running left. Great defensive play. Breaking through, number 43, Greg Anderson. The ball at the West Virginia 41-yard line. Taylor to the right, Jones to the left, split backs in the backfield, fake the draw. Kavanaugh looking for a receiver, getting away from the pressure, now throws, complete to Corbett, he's hit, the ball is loose. At about the 40-yard line, it appears as if West Virginia has recovered. They have. Number 1, Harold Woods made the hit. If they were going to run a play, I can't understand why they would call timeout, letting the time run down that low. This should be the last play of the first half. Kendra dropping back. The clock continues to run with 5 seconds. The pass is overthrown, almost picked off by Pitt. The ball falls incomplete at the Pitt 25-yard line as the clock runs out. And so both teams leave the field at the end of the first half to the tumultuous roar of an overflow crowd here in Pitt Stadium. The end of the first half with the Pitt Panthers leading the West Virginia Mountaineers 14-3. Back deep to receive for the Pitt Panthers. 29, Willie Taylor. Number 19, Bob Rudishan. It's a short kickoff. Up around the 30-yard line. All right, he just had the wind knocked out of him. He's back in a football game, 1st and 10. Kavanaugh, the keeper. Kavanaugh crosses the 45, crosses the 50-yard line, gets into West Virginia territory. The ball is just across the 50-yard line in West Virginia territory. It's another first down for the Panthers, and again, it's Kavanaugh on the option. Kavanaugh down to the 40-yard line, pushed out of bounds across the 40 by number 47, Paul Jordan. Georgia Tech game this year. Haygood was injured, had a knee operation, and was out for the season. It's been on Kavanaugh's shoulders, but he too was injured for a part of the year, and he's done magnificently. Kavanaugh brings them out. 2nd down and 8 from the 36-yard line of West Virginia. The Panthers on offense, just underway here in the second half. 14-3 Pittsburgh. Kavanaugh again options up, crosses the 30 to about the 28-yard line. It is 3rd down and just inches to go for a Panther touchdown. Kavanaugh trying to sneak it over the middle. Their opening possession here in the second half. I formation in the backfield. Counter option. Kavanaugh to Dorsett. Dorsett at the 20-yard line. Dorsett down inside the 20 near the 15. Bumped out of bounds. I formation. Hutton and Dorsett in the tailback. Fake to Hutton. Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh's trapped. Going to be thrown for a loss. Split backs in the backfield with Dorsett on the wing to the right. It is 2nd down and 11 yards to go from the 18-yard line. Kavanaugh rolling out away from the pressure. Stops. Throwing into the end zone. It's underthrown. It bounces up and hits Willie Taylor.
That's a good point.
They're threatening now with 3rd down and 11 at the 18-yard line of West Virginia. Split backs in the backfield. Kavanaugh fakes. Looking to throw over the middle. Complete to Jim Corbett, number 81. Corbett down near the 10-yard line. Run out of bounds. And Carson Long now will attempt to stretch his all-time kick-scoring record in NCAA history. This attempt will be from the 17-yard line, a 27-yard field goal attempt. Straight up the middle. And Pitt goes out in front 17-3 on a 27-yarder by Carson Long.
Boy, that man is deadly, isn't he? You see that? Head down, swing through, keep your eye on the ball.
Along with Dwayne Woods and Dave Riley, number 32. Long's kickoff is short. Taken by the up-back. Woods out around the 12-yard line. He gets out to about the 25-yard line. And they're playing the number 1 ranked Pitt Panthers. 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line.
Buried has a son. Let me tell you more about that right after this play.
On 2nd down and 7, free-spirited Kendra to Easley. Easley crosses the 30-yard line. It is 3rd down and 4 now. West Virginia moving from their own 32. Kendra sprint out, intended for Woods, almost picked off by Leroy Felder, number 37. On 20-yard line. Willie Taylor back deep to receive for the Pitt Panthers. Nice punt. Taylor backs up and fair catches it at the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. I formation with Dorsett as the tailback behind Hutton. Dorsett straight up the middle. About a yard is all as he gets to the 31. Dorsett on a pitch out of the I formation coming to the right side. Across the 35-yard line to the 37 is. 3rd and 2 out of the I formation from their own 38-yard line. Counter option. Kavanaugh keeping at the 40. Got the first down to the 50. Into West Virginia territory at the 30, the 25, inside the 20-yard line, and finally run out of bounds by 13 Johnny Shell and 22 Tom Brightmore. He's having an exceptional day. 1st and 10 Panthers from the West Virginia 40. Split backs in the backfield. The fake to Dorsett. Kavanaugh looking to throw long. Gordon Jones is out there. Can't hang on to it at the goal line. Saving the touchdown. It is now 2nd down and 10, again from the West Virginia 40. I formation in the backfield. Jones split to the right, Willie Taylor to the left. Kavanaugh trying to option, looking to throw. In trouble, caught from behind. The ball is loose, and it appears as if West Virginia has recovered. The Mountaineers have the football. Ken Culbertson, number 50, over there to make the play. There you see the situation with 8:48. We're in the 3rd quarter. West Virginia now with another break. They're on offense at their own 43. Kendra running the counter option. He's caught and dropped right near the line of scrimmage.
2nd in Heisman voting to Paul Hornung that year. Triple threader.
Kendra on 2nd and 10. Almost complete. It goes off the hands of the tight end. Still in about as good a shape as he was when he played, I think. Kendra inside to Steve Lewis on the slant end pattern.
It was a big 3rd down play for Dan Kendra.
Rodriguez split to the right, Lewis to the left. Dan Kendra on 1st and 10 from the Pitt 47. Dwayne Woods, the ball carrier. He's hit immediately. Number 60, Cecil Johnson, the defensive end.
And they got another great one in James Kramer, who today is the leading tackler.
2nd down and 9. Kendra looking to throw. Rolling away from the pressure, intended over the middle. 3rd down and 9. Rodriguez in motion for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Kendra looking to throw. Good time. Over the middle, complete. Right at the 30-yard line. Steve Lewis, number 33, makes the reception.
Very effectively. Intermediate patterns are his forte.
West Virginia threatening 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Good, hard running. It is 2nd down and 5. Kendra up the middle easily again down to the 20-yard line. Short yardage. Big play again for the Mountaineers. 3rd down and 1. They're at the Pitt 19-yard line. Easily over the right side, and it appears that he had enough for the 1st down yardage. Navigate the final 17 yards. 1st and 10. Kendra on the option play. Kendra keeping at the 10-yard line. Inside the 10 and down near the 6 or 7. And the West Virginia coach, this is his first year as head coach, and he'd like nothing more. Over the middle in the end zone, touchdown. No, he dropped the ball. Benny McDay, number 83, don't mean a whole lot. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Dan Kendra operating the West Virginia offense. Looking to throw, pressure. Kendra dropped for a loss by Randy Holloway, number 70, around the 14-yard line. It is 3rd down and goal from the 14. Kendra wants to throw. Kendra looking into the end zone for Lewis. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Fans are going crazy.
It's good. And so, with 4 minutes and 3 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, the West Virginia Mountaineers make their first consistent offensive drive of the afternoon to pull within 7 points of the Pitt Panthers. Bill McKenzie set the kickoff for the Mountaineers. It's another squib kick. They try to pick it up at the 30-yard line. A couple of the upbacks fumble the ball around, and finally a Pitt player falls on it.
Number 13.
Tommy Usick in at quarterback. Maybe Kavanaugh's elbow is bothering him. Split backs in the backfield. Usick to Dorsett, straight up the middle. Dorsett for short yardage, only a yard or two. Here's the I formation in the backfield with Dorsett behind Hutton. Usick on the sprint draw. Dorsett up the middle across the 35-yard line. Again, short yardage. Again, it's Jones to the right and Taylor to the left. Split backs in the backfield. Usick dropping straight back. Here's the Statue of Liberty play to Dorsett. Gleason tries to get him. He's tripped up behind the line of scrimmage by Chuck Smith, number 78. Back deep to receive for West Virginia 43, Greg Anderson. Swider with a nice punt. It's going to be down at the 26-yard line.
We got a big one coming up right now as we're nearing the end of the 3rd quarter.
Kendra to Easley, straight up the middle.
Nice going.
2nd down and 4 from the 32-yard line for West Virginia. Kendra on the counter option. Kendra out near the 35-yard line. Another big play on 3rd down. Kendra on the option. Pitching back. And it appears that Woods has enough yardage for the 1st down.
And really stick it to Woods. The report on Kavanaugh is that he has left the field. He's in the locker room with that bruised elbow.
On 1st and 10 from their own 38. Kendra rolling to the right side. Pass is complete. Out near the 50-yard line.
Came back at halftime, but now he's left the field again. He has returned to the locker room.
Rodriguez in motion on 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Kendra wants to throw, plenty of time. Dropped by Rodriguez. Juggled it around. Just 22 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. On 3rd down and 10. Dwayne Woods straight up the middle for short yardage. NCAA football will continue here on ABC following this message. Quarter. There you see the situation. It is 3rd down and 8 for the West Virginia Mountaineers from the Pitt 48-yard line. Kendra wants to throw again. He has Easley out here on the flat. Easley's run out of bounds on a fine defensive play. Team sports for colleges of varying sizes. On 4th down. Willie Taylor does not call for the fair catch, and he's dropped immediately inside the 15-yard line. Tom Usick is still in at quarterback for the injured Matt Kavanaugh. Out of the I formation, 1st and 10 Panthers from their own 13. A pitch back to Dorsett. Dorsett cutting upfield, gets out near the 20-yard line. Gain of 5. Gain of 5 at 2nd down and 5. Pitt operating from their own 18-yard line here in the 4th quarter. Again, Dorsett coming to the left. Dorsett crosses the 20, gets out around the 23-yard line, close to the 1st down.
Heavy underdog, but, you know, there's still a possibility of an upset. A heavy possibility right now.
This time it's Dorsett to the right on 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Dorsett at the 30-yard line. Across the 30 to...
How many 100-yard games did you have at Houston?
Oh, I started off slow and then I tapered off. It is 2nd down and 3. Bobby Hutton straight up the middle, close to the 35-yard line before he's pushed back.
Particularly out of the I formation, which they're going through right now.
First and 10 from the 34-yard line. Dorsett up the middle near the 40-yard line. And Kavanaugh is warming up on the sideline.
He operates well out of the veer, but I think he prefers the tailback slot, the I formation.
Tom Sandoval now in at fullback. Usyk running the option. Crosses the 45-yard line. Gets near midfield. Tommy Usyk. First and 10 in West Virginia territory. Out of the I formation. Hutt fighting for yardage. Getting close to West Virginia territory. 11 minutes to go in the game. Pitt leading 17-10. Second down and 9 from midfield. Kavanaugh back to Dorsett out of the I formation. Dorsett at the 50 to 45-yard line. Tom Sandoval back in at fullback for the Pitt Panthers. Third down and 3 yards to go. Counter option. Kavanaugh in trouble. He's caught. And wisely that time decided to eat the football. Larry Swider to punt on fourth down. Hits it from his own 45-yard line. Not a real good kick, but it may turn out to be super if they can down it inside. Trying to get it at the 1-yard line. A penalty marker goes down, and we'll see if they did in fact down the football. And so West Virginia will go on offense, and we'll be back with all of the action for you. The penalty happened during the course of the kick and not on a West Virginia run back. If that had happened, West Virginia would have kept possession and then been assessed the penalty. But now the ball comes back, and the Panthers stay on offense. First and 10 from the West Virginia 31. Dorsett out of the I formation gets very short yardage. Out of the I formation now on second down and 9 from the 30-yard line of West Virginia. Counter option. Kavanaugh back to Dorsett. Dorsett crosses the 30 to 25 to 20. The Hawk is turning it on inside the 10. Touchdown. Magnificent kickoff as Carson Long puts it in the end zone, and Dwayne Woods will not return it.
Season 2,000 yards in the season.
That would be unbelievable. First and 10 Mountaineers from their own 20. Kendra operating the option. Woods out to the 25-yard line. Easley and Woods in the thrown behind Lewis. Intended for Lewis. Tops the national rankings today. Third down and 5 for West Virginia. Cedric Thomas in motion as Kendra rolls out to the left looking for throwing room. Out of bounds. Over on the far side, Bob Jury, the offensive captain and strong side guard for the Mountaineers. Personal foul, first down for the West Virginia Mountaineers. To score their only touchdown of the game. On first and 10. Easily up for a 4-yard gain.
Now I'd say Tony Dorsett is far and away the front runner for the offensive player of the game for Chevrolet.
Kendra with a fake, a flare pass to Dwayne Woods in the left flat. Breaks the tackle. Woods down the sideline, crosses midfield, and gets into Pitt territory. There you go. You're telling your age now, Cupper.
First and 10. I watched him when I was a kid.
First and 10 Mountaineers from the Pitt 45.
Chuck Smith having a good game for the Mountaineers.
Cedric Thomas is split out, or rather, Manuel Rodriguez is split out wide to the right. Lewis to the left. And Kendra wants to throw again. The pressure is on. He gets away from the rush. Now he's really in trouble and dropped back in West Virginia territory around his own 41-yard line.
Sky.
Jeff Betty will have to punt it again. He hits it from about his own 30-yard line. It hangs up. A fair catch is called for at the Pitt 20-yard line. That's at 4 o'clock right after this one, and we've got a game here. First and 10 from the 20. Dorsett out of the I formation, running to the right, gets about 3 yards out to the 23-yard line.
24-10. Don't count the Mountaineers out yet.
Excuse me. Kavanaugh, as you see, is back in at quarterback. Running the option play. Keeping. Kavanaugh fumbles again. The ball is loose, and I think West Virginia has fallen out. The Mountaineers have it at the 33-yard line of Pitt. Kavanaugh's third fumble of the afternoon. 7 of 22 for 61 yards this afternoon, and he's rushed 12 times for 27 yards. Counter option. Big hold, easily breaking inside the 20, down around the 17-yard line. First and 10. West Virginia at the Pitt 18-yard line. Kendra to Easley again. Across the 15-yard line, down around the 14. Easily 15 carries for 77 yards. Second down and 6. Dwayne Woods on the option at the 10-yard line. Down inside towards the 9. Third and 2 for the Mountaineers deep in Pitt territory. Kendra keeping. Turns it upfield, gets very close to first down yardage.
I believe he has it. The nitty-gritty again.
You couldn't ask for a better game than this one. Kendra wants to throw in the end zone behind Cedric Thomas, the intended receiver, the 7.5-yard line. Again, the option play. Easily dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Leroy Felder and Bob Fury up for the 15 defense. Does put Notre Dame back in the bowl picture. A win over Alabama. A big one for the Irish. Third down now and goal from the 9-yard line. Kendra wants to throw, rolling to the right on the option pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Oh. Steve Lewis, number 33. Again, the bread and butter man for the Mountaineers today with another touchdown reception. His second of the afternoon. They're going for two now, as the score is now 24-16. Into the end zone and overthrown, no good. And so West Virginia's attempt to pull to within 6 points falls short. 3:11 left to go in the game. 24-16 Pitt. We'll be back in a minute. It will either make or break the game for him here. Yep, not getting the two-point conversion. West Virginia kicking off again, the squib kick. And again, it's fumbled. Randy Rudishan fumbling the ball around the 5-yard line, trying to bring it out. And he's in big trouble at the 10, at the 9-yard line. And Pitt is going to start in a hole. West Virginia really fired up. First and 10, Pitt from their own 9-yard line. 3 minutes left to go in the game. They lead 24-16 over West Virginia. Dorsett straight ahead, out around the 15-yard line. He's split out to the left. I formation. Hutton and Dorsett takes the pitch. Dorsett coming to the left. Dorsett is the 20-yard line. Out to the 25-yard line. First and 10, Pitt Panthers at their own 25, and this time it's Dorsett to the right. Hutton leading the blocking. Dorsett at the 30-yard line, across the 30 to about the 32 or 3-yard line. Dan Kendra passes for 2 West Virginia touchdowns. This time it's Dorsett to the left. Dorsett crosses the 35, breaks a tackle to the 40, and spins down right at the 40-yard line. The clock continues to run down to 53 seconds. West Virginia has not yet called a timeout. Dorsett to the right. Dorsett at the 40, across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And Bill Merrick of Wisconsin and John Capoletti of Penn State for the most consecutive 200-yard games. And here it comes. Dorsett may not get it if he doesn't run. Running around trying to let the clock run out. Dorsett, and there's a little fight going on down on the field right now. Somebody's getting on Dorsett, and whoever got on Dorsett has taken a great deal of heat from Matt Carroll, number 77. And now everybody's punching and slugging. I hate to see that cover at the end of a great game like this. Things get out of hand all of a sudden.
Yeah, I hate to see it literally turn into a backyard brawl.
I'll tell you something. Ken Culbertson, number 50 for West Virginia, is still getting after it. He doesn't want to quit. With just 6 seconds left to play in the game, there were offsetting penalties. A late hit against West Virginia and unsportsmanlike conduct against the Pitt Panthers made it no play. Penalties were assessed. The play will go over. And we now have 6 seconds left in the game. Kavanaugh at quarterback, just going to fall down, and this will probably be the last play of the game, as West Virginia has given the Pitt Panthers everything they could hope for. Down to 2-1, and the ball game is over. And so that's the final score: 24-16, Pitt over West Virginia. Travel arrangements have been made through.